Hi guys, I'd just thought I'd make a quick little video showing you my Preppers Edc bag, my everyday carry. Just a small thing. Here it is. Everything I think one would need for most emergencies and occasions for everyday use. As you can see, it is originally a fishing bag. It's got a nice big padded strap on your shoulder. It's got one big main compartment. It's two smaller ones on the side and just a little piece here. I'll put this down now and we'll have a closer look at what's inside. So here it is. I like to, all my kids, I like to have it and be able to use it in everyday use as well as have it for emergencies. So primarily this bag is to carry my drill for my job. First of all, some green bin bag, and here's the drill, which is brilliant drill on a side note. You see, I have one like this in the Hitachi, 18 volts, very good. Since I bought this, I don't think I've ever needed to use a corded drill for anything a normal corded drill will do. This one does the job. Brilliant drill. Highly recommended. And then we got a spare battery and the charger for the drill. And next, the drill bits. We've got a box full of drill bits, all sorts of bits, screwdriver bits, connectors from our electrical jobs, screws, roll plugs, everything. And that's that. A backup emergency measuring tape. That's pretty much the main reason I would have this on in my vehicle, and because I use this every day, so I always need my drill, so I'll always have this bag with me. There are a few other odds and pieces in here. Bit of cable with a plug on it, some spare wire, bit of copper tube, spare plug. All these things come in handy. Some cable, a backup emergency pencil, some earth sleeving, some more bits of wire, torch, small torch, used to be on my bike, but the bit broke, so handy to have it with me. I obviously have other torches for my work. Some plastic, some just simple bit of plastic sheeting, which used to be a poncho, but it ripped and now handy to sit on or kneel on when I'm doing things. If the car broke down, you could open this out and lie on it, save yourself getting too dirty. Just some bits and pieces. I got a knife, useful knife, one I bought in Australia, I use for fishing. It's only a few dollars, nothing expensive, but it's useful, better than nothing for a knife. There you go, and spare knife. A cup to drink out of for coffee. It's quite a big cup, and in the winter you just have something hot just to warm your hands up sometimes. A couple of containers. Now with this I usually would have sugar in the one, and I believe I have jam in this one, but recently I've used them and I just haven't replenished them, which is it's not good, but I end up using them. My kettle, small kettle from Tesco's, got a strainer in it, so you could make tea or anything really, but often if you ever need to heat water up on the job or anything, this is pretty good. Some toilet paper, always have plenty of toilet paper with me. Some gloves, brand new, haven't been used. Handy in the winter if you're working outdoors because they're quite warm, and with this rubbery surface good for holding things. You can get a good grip on them. What else we got in this bag? It's a selection of tools, mainly for electrical jobs. So if I don't have my big toolbox or anything, if I got this bag's always in there, so there's always useful tools, some cutters, various types of screwdrivers, all useful. I do use this every so often because people are always asking me, my family's asking for help, and I always have an appropriate screwdriver or cutters in there. And last but not least in this bag, not last but one, is one of these emergency shelters. Got from a cheap shop. It's sort of like a big triangular shape. You could use it as a shelter, as it says, or you could wrap it around yourself to keep warm. Not expensive, useful just to have it with me. Oh, and last but not least, an hacksaw blade. Now I have a proper hacksaw obviously, but the times I've been on the job and I needed an hacksaw for something, and rather than go out and go all the way down to the van, I can just bring this out. This is useful in most jobs, just grab it like that and cut it. Obviously if it's something really hard, then you'd have to use a proper hacksaw, but it's so useful. I use that more than any other hacksaw. Now in the lid there is a little pocket here, and again got more toilet paper. You can never have too much toilet paper. Hand sanitizer, and because it's the winter, these little hand warming heat pads, which are useful. They are cheap, 40% off, and they're always handy to keep your hands warm in the winter when you're working outdoors. There were 4, there's only 2 left. I've used up 2 of them. So that's it. I shall pop these back in and we'll go on to the other sections. It's probably not everyone's idea of an EDC, but it's everyday carry, and for me this is what I carry every day. The front pocket. Front pocket has mainly useful bits of packages of food. I have these mug shots, which are pasta, ground water, and it's a large cup of pasta basically. Handy with that bread and egg I use. I've got tomato and herb and creamy chicken. If I didn't bring my sandwiches, or I was on the job for a long time now on the hot drink, I would use these. And some packets of copper soups. Handy. Also down here, cigarette lighter, which is useful as ever. And I don't know why this is still here, but it's got a little chocolate powder for cappuccinos. And I used to have cappuccino drinks and I just haven't got rid of it yet, or used it. This pocket, which is the one side, a couple of drill bits for my drill, so. And mainly this is all food, this one. Going down the right angle. I keep going through this quite a lot. It's usually got these, I'm always topping it up, instant coffee, some tea bags, some sweets, cough sweets, use them a lot in the winter, and chocolate. I got 2 bars of chocolate at the moment. Usually there's 3, I've already had 1 a couple of days ago. Sugar, and there's usually other bits and pieces which I haven't replenished in a while. And that's it. So that would be emergency food of a breakdown. You don't need to cook. The other stuff you need water for. On the final side, it's more for a longer stay, I'd say. I have my little folding saw, which I've used quite a lot. I got 3 of them, I think, at the moment, in various places, but very useful for cutting trees and doing all sorts. Even very good for cutting plasterboard in a work situation. Small first aid kit. It's just got sort of stuff that I would need, you know, painkillers, ibuprofen, paracetamol, a few bandages, band-aids, alcoholic swab things, that sort of thing. A small multi-tool, one of these very cheap ones. Don't know how useful it would be, but it's got better pliers and it's got the usual knives and things. Better than nothing, that's all I can say really. Obviously if I had loads of money I could buy one of those really nice ones, but for the moment that's all I got. So as I say, it's better than nothing. And an Esphix stove for heating up for the kettle, whatever cooking you can do on it, always useful in an emergency. If I was could use it to heat, if you were stuck somewhere, you know, broken down in the snow. Right. And that's it in that bag, and some black bags for whatever. That's my everyday carry bag. It's probably a lot different to most people when they only think of what's actually on their person. But from a prepping point of view, a lot of that stuff in that bag, I could use it for a simple emergency like your car breaks down, minor things, or you're on a job and you got no electric, you got no gas. I can always warm up something as long as I got some water, and I would usually have a litre of water with me in the car, but not in that bag. Maybe in my room I could put some in there, but just for general things it's handy. And the some of the bushcraft stuff I got in there, I often think to myself on the way home from a job, if I got finished early, I could always pop up to the woods, to that camp I have, and you know, I got a knife, I got a saw, I got a blanket, no, not a blanket, that silver space blanket thing. I could make a shelter in there, just some stuff. So that's it. I hope you found some interest in the video, and I'll see you again. Cheers.